On the other side, one of the places my guide took me to was this unbelievably gigantic library. It was so long, I couldn't see the end of it. That's how long it was. And he told me anything you've ever wanted to learn is in that library. So we go on the inside, and it's huge, tall wooden bookshelves just lined with books everywhere you could see. There were people in there. Some people were reading, some people were visiting, other people were looking at books on the bookshelves. There was just a lot of people everywhere. So he takes me over to the left-hand side of this library. And on the left-hand side were all these study rooms, just like what we would think of a study room here today in our library, modern libraries. They're about the size of somebody's living room, maybe, or a kitchen. So we walk up there. He takes me to this room where there's a woman who was sitting there with jet black hair all the way down to her waist. She was wearing kind of a purple tunic or purple gown of some kind. And her back was to me. She was sitting on a couch. And she was watching what we would call today is a flat screen TV. Probably 50 or 60-inch screen. It was this big movie screen. Well, back in 1987, we didn't have flat screen TVs yet. We had those huge, big, bulky television sets that weighed like hundreds of pounds. You couldn't mount these on a wall. So I was amazed to see this flat screen TV. Well, she was watching it, and my guide said, get closer to see what she's watching. So I get closer, and I can see that she's watching a battle between Native American Indians on horseback and the United States cavalry on horseback. It's a battle. And I thought she's watching a movie. Obviously, she's just watching a movie. And my guide said, she's watching real history. And I said to myself, that's impossible. We didn't have video cameras 250 years ago. There's no way this could be, how could anybody record that? And my guide said, everything gets recorded in our lifetimes. And it's a God thing, because I have no explanation as to how that's possible. But it is, because we all have a life review, and we all see all the episodes of our lifetimes. So on the other side, if you think, you say, Danny, I want to go learn about Native American battles that happened on Earth back in the 1800s. You could go to this library. You could go watch this on these screens. You could watch history and actually see what really happened. And I have always been interested in history, and I can't wait to get back, because there's so many things I want to learn about. And that's one of the things that we can do, is we can watch history while we're over there.